So how do you get a flat stomach without losing weight? Oh, I think you're gonna be totally shocked at this video, so keep watching. In this video, we will talk about what is causing your stomach to stick out. And then we'll go over how to flatten your stomach without losing weight. And last, I'll tell you the most effective way to lose that stomach. When I saw this on the list of videos we were going to record, I said, what? People are Googling this? This is a question in people's mind. How do I flatten my stomach with that? I just want to go, you know what, everybody quit trying to do the workaround. Like, you got to do the hard work. And at first, that was my answer. At first, I was like, this is bull crap. There's no way I can do a video on this because this is not what people think. You have to lose weight in order to flatten your stomach. And then I thought, wait a minute. You actually don't. I know, we'll go into it, but there is more going on behind the scenes than what you think. So let's dive into the stomach. So let's first talk about what is causing your stomach to stick out. And I'm not laughing at you. This seems like this would be just kind of an open, close, cut and dry question with an easy answer, bam, that's it. But when you think about the reason your stomach sticks out, it's not all because you're having ho-hos and SpaghettiOs. It might not all be what you think it is. It's not all because you're driving through the Dairy Queen getting a blizzard. It's not all because you're getting the Shamrock Shake from McDonald's or your beep boop boop beep boop boop. Hey, yeah, Domino's, 2 medium pizzas, come on over. It might not all be because of those reasons. Now, truth be told, 9 times out of 10, your stomach is sticking out because you shoved crap in your pie hole that doesn't belong there. You have too much fat on your stomach. Your stomach just is too fat. That's what's causing it to stick out. But that's not the whole picture. Your stomach could be sticking out because of past pregnancies. Loose skin, and I've done other videos on loose skin, and this could just be your body has not completely adjusted back to normal size after pregnancy. It takes a good year, ladies, for your stomach to go back down to normal. I think that we all forget how much incredible trauma, and I have not given birth to any babies, just so disclaimer here, but I still understand, because I have sisters and I have coach clients, that your body goes through an incredible traumatic experience growing and birthing a child, a human child. And in the world of the Instagram influencer, all we see are images in front of our faces of Photoshop, filtered, and fake. We don't see what real moms look like. We don't see what real bellies look like after giving birth. It just simply doesn't bounce back as quick as we would like it to believe, or as quick as what we have seen Instagram influencers put on the internet. Can I just sidebar here and say, don't believe everything you see. You know, you see someone on a magazine and you see, well, most people don't look like that. They don't even look like that. There are very sophisticated software programs that make people look. They alter the way that bodies look. And you throw a little bit of oil, a little bit of lighting, a little bit of posing. I mean, I'm not gonna pose because right now we're tight and we're shooting a little tight on me. But if I were to get up out of this chair and I were to back up and I would show you a trick to posing, there is a trick to hiding your stomach. And so many times, the world of the Instagram influencer, the world of social media, shows these women who have given birth to babies bouncing back like that. That is not realistic. That is not realistic. Can we normalize stomachs that might be a little bit loose? Look, I'm all for a mommy makeover. I really am. If that is what's gonna make you feel good, that's fine. Get yourself a body lift, get yourself a tummy tuck, whatever it's gonna take, ladies. But give your body a hot minute to adjust back down. Let your hormones adjust back down. And that doesn't give you a green light to eat anything you want. I'm not saying that. It's not okay to do that while you're growing a fetus. It's not okay to do that while you're breastfeeding. It's not okay to do that ever, guys. Come on, we don't put that kind of crap in our mouths. It does take time for our bodies to shrink back down and for everything to regulate and for stomachs to go down. So if you have a stomach that sticks out and you have given birth to babies, give yourself some grace, ladies. It's It's hard enough to keep up just with taking a shower twice a week. All right, it's really hard to get decent sleep. It's really hard to get decent water. I mean, I've done other videos on this. Can we just normalize pregnant lady bodies and people that are in mother bodies? I mean, it's not a green light to be overweight and to abuse food, but I'd like to normalize a stomach that has a nice curve to it. We seem to think that everybody needs to have a flat stomach. If you even look at Eve, if you look in the Bible characters, you look at Eve, the very first woman that God created, she has a little bump in her stomach. It's not a big deal. Even I have a little bump in my stomach, and I've never given birth. I don't even have an excuse, okay? I don't have an excuse. It's just, we need to make sure we keep that in mind, that could be the reason. Yes, it could be fat, but it could also just be the stomach trying to shrink back down after stretching out to here during pregnancies. And I don't even want to mention if you had multiples. Before I go any further, I want to hear from you. What I just said, did it hit home for you? Is that something that you can relate to? Did it make you feel better that I released you of the shame and of what you might be feeling? I don't know. How are you feeling? Put it in the comment below. I would love to get to know you. And yes, I read all of your comments. The next reason why your stomach might stick out is simply because of bloating. A lot of times I'll eat vegetables like broccoli, like cauliflower, like Brussels sprouts, and it causes me to bloat. And it's so crazy. It's just that gas, especially if you eat raw vegetables. That's gonna cause bloating in a lot of people. A lot of people can't metabolize raw vegetables. Like, you know, that Costco food tray that you're gonna bring, you know, to a church potluck, and you're like, we're just gonna grab something. We're gonna grab a vegetable tray at Costco. And it has the little ranch cup, and you peel the top off of it, and you dip your veggies into it. Eating them raw like that could cause bloating, and you might notice your stomach stick out a little bit from that. Another reason why your stomach might stick out is interstitial fluid. Do you know that for every gram of carb you eat, your body hangs on to 3.7 grams of water? Yeah. So, you know, it doesn't have to be anything like a bag of Hershey's Kisses or Lindor chocolates. It doesn't have to be the entire basket of chips at the Mexican restaurant. It could be any carb, and your body is gonna hang on to that fluid, and you're gonna notice a hard time getting that ring off, and you're gonna notice everything just kind of feels tight. Yeah, you're hanging on to interstitial fluid, and you might notice that your stomach sticks out. It happens to me when I can eat something pretty small, like maybe like the biscotti cookie, the free airline cookie. Of course, that's never a good idea. Don't do that. Just turn that down, you know, but sometimes we're tired, we eat the cookie, and, you know, I'm in maintenance. I can get away with some things that a lot of you guys in weight loss mode can't get away with. But if I eat even that small little cookie from the airplane, I am feeling pretty bloated and my stomach sticks out. A lot of rebels contact me after they've had some sort of surgery, like a appendectomy or a nephrectomy or having their gallbladder removed or some sort of an abdominal surgery or a surgery in the truncal region, or really any surgery at all. You're gonna notice that your stomach's gonna stick out. It is a matter of fluid retention. Once again, fluid retention. When you're in the hospital and you're immobilized, you're not able to move and you're not really able to void that fluid off. And everything is just messed up because surgery just messes you up and they give you bags of fluid. Yeah, you might retain fluid, you might look pregnant, which you're not even pregnant. I mean, I've never had babies before, and I've had some things happen to me where my stomach's like, burp. I mean, it's sticking out like crazy. Don't panic, that's gonna go away as long as you keep your diet clean and you continue to drink your water. So that could be a reason why you're having some abdominal sticking out. Next, let's talk about how to flatten your stomach without losing weight. Hopefully, because I went through why your stomach's sticking out, you'll kind of understand, well, how to get it to go back down. You can actually flatten your stomach, maybe not all the way, maybe not washboard abs, maybe not perfectly flat, but you can certainly reduce your stomach size without losing weight. How do you do that? The first one is get the fluid off. Get the fluid retention off. A lot of times if you went face down in a pint of Haagen-Dazs ice cream, or if you had quesadillas at the Mexican restaurant, you are gonna hold on to fluid, and you're gonna see it in your stomach, you're gonna see it in other areas of your body. So the best thing to do is to flush that fluid out. The worst thing to do when you're holding on to fluid and your stomach's sticking out is to don't drink any water. And that's what a lot of people do. They're like, oh boy, like, oh no, I'm bloated everywhere. I'm bloated everywhere. I'm not gonna drink any water. That way I don't get more bloated. No. The opposite will happen. If you withhold water from a bloated body, you're gonna retain even more water. See, we're having kind of a sodium shift going on right now. Depending on what you ate, you are retaining water because of a sodium. Like, for example, anytime I eat ham, I always swell up everywhere. I feel rotten. I don't do really well with ham, and I just feel it everywhere. Well, the worst thing I can do is to withhold water and just think it's gonna come off on its own. You wanna hyperhydrate. You wanna get that flushed out. You're gonna wanna hydrate your body. If you are bloated, the second tip is get some sleep. You guys might have heard me refer to a situation I had recently, as in recently from when I'm recording this video, where I had to fire an employee, or I had an employee situation, and it was so stressful to me that I did not sleep for 3 nights in a row. Yes, 3 nights in a row, I got 3 hours of sleep, and to me that's not sleeping. 3 hours of sleep, 3 nights in a row, and my weight went up 3 pounds, and my stomach stuck out. So on the 4th night, as soon as I actually got a full night's sleep, not only did I drop all that weight off the scale, but clearly it was a fluid retention problem because my stomach went right down. Right down. So you cutting too low on sleep could cause your stomach to stick out. Therefore, you getting a good night's sleep of at least 7 hours, or at least an 85 on your sleep score, is gonna get that fluid off of there. It's gonna reduce your stomach down. It's gonna really help. Another way to flatten your stomach without exercise is to stop eating late at night. In our 10-pound takedown challenge, the rule is don't eat after 6:30 p.m. And surprisingly, we have so many people that have such a hard time adhering to that rule. I don't care. I don't really care if you have a hard time or not. The rule's the rule. You follow the rules. On our custom program, we actually customize your meal times, and a lot of times it doesn't even go that late. So by you stopping that last meal earlier in the day, you're gonna notice that whole period where you're not consuming any calories all afternoon, all evening, all during the night when you're sleeping, and all the next morning, you're gonna see that your stomach will be flatter when you wake up. I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know I post a lot of pictures where I'm flexing and I got my shirt off and I got a sports bra and I got my sweatpants pulled down and I'm showing you my abs. I'm like, yeah, look at me. Those pictures are taken in the early morning. I'm not dumb. I know I look thinner in the early morning. I'm all dried out. We call it dried out from my boxing days. We want that first dried out picture before I start consuming fluids and before natural inflammation kicks in that just happens during the day. So if you want to flatten your stomach without exercise, then stop that last meal a bit earlier and go longer in between meals. You go longer before you have that next meal. And yeah, you'll notice that your stomach's flatter the next morning. It might not look like freaking Angelina Jolie. You might not look like, Ronnie Coleman, but it's gonna be flatter. And the number one most effective way to flatten your stomach without exercise, I'm gonna say it, it's Code Red. Yeah. In our tagline, it is lose weight without shakes, pills, diet foods, or exercise. See, you don't need exercise to flatten your stomach. I've done other videos about this. It's one of the top 3 biggest lies in weight loss. Your weight problem and your fat problem cannot be addressed through exercise. So if you get on Code Red, I can get all the weight off of you without exercise. I can get all the weight off of you by just you eating real food, focusing on water, and getting your sleep. I know it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. I'm here talking to you because I'm making a living out of it. And at the time of this recording, we've had over 46,000 people come through my program and have had tremendous success. People lose all the weight they want without exercise. Your stomach's gonna go down because your stomach it holds on to fat, just like your thighs hold on to fat, and just like your underarms hold on to fat, and just like your calves and your wrists and your ears, and body fat is everywhere. And when you change your diet and you lower those insulin levels, and you get your sleep, you get your water, the body lets go of the body fat. It's crying out to heal if you just give it what it needs to heal, provided you don't continue to retoxify it. Okay, I'm on code red. You're thinking I'm on code red. Let's go out for a beer. No, that's not how it works. You got to follow the program. You can't go out for a beer at night and then wonder why you ain't losing no belly fat. Come on. The program will work. Real food, water, and sleep. And the best way to get started with me is gonna be the 10-pound takedown challenge. That's a great way to dip your toe into the lifestyle to see if it's for you. Of course, we think the proper human diet is for everybody because it's the proper human diet. It's not a fad diet. It's what we as humans were created to eat. But you have to be okay with my method of coaching you, my rules, my food lists, the whole thing. It's so super simple. In fact, I've linked it up below in the description. Check that out, and I'll see you on the next video.